your lives, bro. And, so I can go here. I can run it up a buck. Is what I can do, bro. I can do it running up a buck. Alright. I can do it running up a buck. Running up a buck.
Realize that it is not in your interest to be a tool of Donald Trump against me. We're going to waste our energy fighting each other, weaken each other, and make it easier for them to both exploit both of us. That's all I'm asking. If you can't help me, just don't stand against me.
Okay, you said I could talk. Now here we go. Let me tell you a story. My name is Albert Like. I'm born 1961. I'm 64 years old. I'm born in the project. You know them EBTs y'all talk about?
Realize that it is not in your interest to be a tool of Donald Trump against me. We're going to waste our energy fighting each other, weaken each other, and make it easier for them to both exploit both of us. That's all I'm asking. If you can't help me, just don't stand against me.
Okay, you said I could talk. Now here we go. Let me tell you a story. My name is Albert Like. I'm born 1961. I'm 64 years old. I'm born in the project. You know them EBTs y'all talk about? I'm raised off of those. You understand that? That helped me get through Christmas, Thanksgiving as a kid. You understand that? Those EBTs that you talk about. Now get this. I couldn't wait to turn 18. Because when I turn 18, I get to vote. I've been voting Democrat since I was 18. I done voted for everybody fucking right because if I can't enjoy my rights, I can't enjoy my rights and somebody else's rights are being violated. So I fought for the gays, the Muslim, the Mexican, the everybody. I fought for them and I got nothing in return. Year after year, nothing but
I agree with you.
I agree with you. Let me finish.
Yeah, I'll let you finish, but I agree with you.
I got nothing but respect. But now I want something for my people, right?
I agree with you.
I want something out the deal, right? No.
Yeah.
I want something out the deal, right? I want something out the deal.
Realize that it is not in your interest to be a tool of Donald Trump against me. We're going to waste our energy fighting each other, weaken each other, and make it easier for them to both exploit both of us. That's all I'm asking. If you can't help me, just don't stand against me.
Okay, you said I could talk. Now here we go. Let me tell you a story. My name is Albert Like. I'm born 1961. I'm 64 years old. I'm born in the project. You know them EBTs y'all talk about? I'm raised off of those. You understand that? That helped me get through Christmas, Thanksgiving as a kid. You understand that? Those EBTs that you talk about. Now get this. I couldn't wait to turn 18. Because when I turn 18, I get to vote. I've been voting Democrat since I was 18. I done voted for everybody fucking right because if I can't enjoy my rights, I can't enjoy my rights and somebody else's rights are being violated. So I fought for the...
Realize that it is not in your interest to be a tool of Donald Trump against me. We're going to waste our energy fighting each other, weaken each other, and make it easier for them to both exploit both of us. That's all I'm asking. If you can't help me, just don't stand against me.
Okay, you said I could talk. Now here we go. Let me tell you a story. My name is Albert Like. I'm born 1961. I'm 64 years old. I'm born in the project. You know them EBTs y'all talk about? I'm raised off of those. You understand that? That helped me get through Christmas, Thanksgiving as a kid. You understand that? Those EBTs that you talk about. Now get this. I couldn't wait to turn 18. Because when I turn 18, I get to vote. I've been voting Democrat since I was 18. I done voted for everybody fucking right because if I can't enjoy my rights, I can't enjoy my rights and somebody else's rights are being violated. So I fought for the gays, the Muslim, the Mexican, the everybody. I fought for them and I got nothing in return. Year after year, nothing but...
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Let me finish.
Yeah, I'll let you finish, but I agree with you.
I got nothing but respect. But now I want something for my people, right?
I agree with you.
I want something out the deal, right? Well, no.
Yeah.
I want something out the deal, right? I want something out the deal. I'm the hateful one, right? I'm the mess.
You're not hateful for that. For what you said, you're not hateful.
But hold on.
You haven't said nothing hateful.
Hold on. Let me finish. What? Because I'm about to. Because
why would you say you're about to? Why are you about to?
Because
Just don't.
I'm about
Can you
to.
just not say something hateful?
Because I'm gonna tell you. Because if it worked, if it took me this long and my people got nothing, and now that I'm fighting for my people to have something, if that makes me KKK, and if it worked for them for 700 years, if it worked for me,
No, that does not make.
Damn it! Watch the views go up. Just watch. Just like sit there and watch.
I'm good with that.
That does not
If
make
y'all
you the
get something out
KKK.
the deal,
Bro, that
then
makes
I'm
you the opposite of the
KKK.
KKK. Bro, do you know what the KKK wants? That makes you.
That's what
if
y'all
you
call
fight,
me
listen,
because I'm
Albert,
Black
Albert,
America.
Albert, Albert,
That's
Albert.
what y'all
If
call
you
me
fight
because
for
I'm Black
your
America.
people, if you fight for your people, you're the opposite. If you're fighting for Black Americans, you are the opposite of a KKK member. Nothing you said is hateful. Nothing that you said bothers me in the slightest. It's interest for you to do that. I want you to
But
focus
wait,
on your. Hold on, let me say
Hey,
this.
Big Up,
I
hold on,
want
wait,
you to
because-
focus
wait,
on yourself.
hold on,
Listen,
focus,
Albert, I
hold on,
want
let me
you.
finish.
I
Let
want
me
you to
finish.
focus on yourself.
Okay.
You need to hear this.
Hold on.
No, because you came up on the stage with a high blood pressure, already upset
Okay,
about
but
some
let
shit.
me finish.
Man,
Focus.
listen.
Hold
One
on.
second, I'll let you speak. Matter of fact, I'll give you a showtime right now. Matter of fact, I'm going to give you a showtime right now. But let me say this to you. You came on the stage with a high blood pressure, thinking that I'm against you and your people. I'm trying to tell you something, brother. Take a sip of water and relax.
Diamond, just sit here for a minute and watch this go up. Right, I got the cheat code. Watch.
Want you to focus on your people. I want you to think about yourself first. I don't need you to think about me first. Trust me, I'll think about myself first. Think about yourself first. But what I'm saying is that when a white man is telling you to attack me and there is nothing promised for you in return, there is no reward for you to attack me. There's only a promise that, like, basically the only person that benefits in this is the white guy. Right? You're wasting your energy on TikTok fighting me. I'm wasting my energy on TikTok fighting you. That is a net negative for both of us. Just think rationally. You don't, bro, I don't even fuck with the Democrats, bro. Fuck the Democrats. These are Demo-cuck libtards. The Democrats did shit in Libya. Obama, first of all, the first Black president of the United States wasn't even a Black American. He was a Kenyan. Do you understand? Hold on. One second. Let me cook. The first Black American, the first Black president of the United States wasn't even a Black American. He was a Kenyan. He destabilized Libya, the same Libya that my people get enslaved in today. I hate the Democrats. I hate them. They are the worst. In fact, at least the Republicans just straight up tell me that they want to G-side my people, that they want to cleanse my people. The Democrats are fucking wolves and shit. Listen, they say if you scratch a liberal, a fascist bleeds. Do you understand me? I don't care if you don't vote Democrat. Vote for fucking Cornel West. Vote for anybody. But do you think Donald Trump is going to save you? Did he give you a stimulus?
Okay. Big guy, hold on, Yellow. I'm gonna let you get him. Hold on. Let me finish this, big guy. Hold on. Let me finish this. Let me finish my story. Because I started off poor don't mean I ended up poor. Any of y'all can go on my page right now. I worked at a college for 30 years. I got a plaque for helping my people. You understand that I put in work for my people. You can go see the plaque from a college that I worked at. See, big guy, I've been married for 35 years. I raised 9 kids. I worked at a college I retired from. Hold on, let me finish. I retired from that college. I got to send kids to college because I worked at a college. So now all of them got degrees. You understand? I don't have to work in my life. I don't have to do anything. My house is paid for, all that, buddy. I don't got to do nothing. It's just me and my wife. My wife got 30 years as a computer tech at a college. She can make games for me for the PS5, bro. I'm good. I'm not playing victim. I'm not crying. I'm just saying how it is as a Black America. You understand? And I did that without an education. Since y'all, wait a minute. I did that without an education since you motherfuckers want to throw your education in my face all the time.
Congratulations. That's impressive.
All that without
That's impressive. Congratulations.
All right, so this is all I want to say.
Wait, hold on. Yellow, 1 second. Is that all you had to say, Albert? If you think I'm going to be upset that you were successful, that you managed to make it out the mud, bro, congratulations, bro. I'm not a hater. I'm not bitter. I love your people, bro. I don't have an issue with your people. When I grew up in America, my parents were refugees. My mom is a refugee of war. My dad's a refugee of war. When I came to America, you know who accepted me? It was Black Americans. I don't know why you have an issue with me and coming up on the stage thinking that I'm the main threat to your prosperity. Like I'm the one trying to hold back your 40 acres and a mule. I don't want that. I want you to get what is yours. You understand me? If it was up to me, Albert, 1 second, Albert, 1 second. If it was up to me, I swear to God, I don't care if this puts me on a watch list, bro. If it was up to me, I would balkanize America, give you guys Georgia, Alabama, Missouri, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, Florida, and I would make Atlanta the capital, and I'd give you guys your own fucking country. I would give you your own country.
Albert, you take that personal.
Hold on, it's my turn, bro.
Albert, I know. Yella, you've been talking. Stop it. Albert, you keep saying UMFers. Who are you talking to? You ain't talking to nobody on this panel. You know what I mean? So watch your words.
You're right, sir. I got into the moment as a Black American, and you're right. I will watch my word, because if you did me like that, I would come at you the same way. So you deserve the same thing I'm asking for.
Respects. All I want to say is this. This is the only
No problem, OG. No problem. I got no issues with you, man. Just, you have to understand, you got to hear us out, bro. That's all I'm asking you. But go ahead, Yella. Sorry, I've been cutting you off. Go ahead.
All right. No, it's all good. This is the only thing that I would have to say. In regards to the immigration issue, like, I think where I draw the personal line is this: if I can't come to your country and run for office and hold a politically held office in your country, please don't come to this country and try to hold any political office, set the tone, rework something. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Unfortunately, Yella, let me tell you something. Unfortunately, listen, Yella, 1 second. Unfortunately, hold on, Yella. Unfortunately, that's just not going to happen, brother. Because first of all, this is what I'm trying to tell you. This is what I'm trying to get into your head.
Hold up, then we're gonna have some beef then, because
that's fine. Let me explain why. Let me explain it, and then you can tell me why there's going to be beef. Let me tell you why that's not going to be the case. This country was not made by anybody else. The United States of America, with the Constitution that we are under, which is an inherently racist, violent Constitution, right? It is a violent Constitution, right? But this United States of America was created by white people. Do you understand me? White Anglo-Saxon Protestants. Okay, hold on. 1 second.
I got it.
Hold on. The white Anglo-Saxon Protestants created this country, right? G-sided Native Americans, forcibly brought over Black Americans in mass droves and did heinous things to them, right? Heinous things to them, historically disenfranchising them for hundreds of years, even after slavery with Jim Crow and whatnot, right? These people created this country. Not only did they do that to you guys and the natives, then they started an empire, a new world empire, came to my country, came to countries like Ethiopia, Somalia, Sudan, whatever, funded T groups, funded all these things, destroyed our countries, extracted our resources, our human capital, our material, our natural resources, what have you, forced us to flee and come to America. Now, I understand you have more claim to America than me. I have a country back home that I claim. That's true. But at the same time, this country of America might makes right. There is no morality here. You understand me? I'm going to get it where I can get it. I'm not going to try to step on your toes. At the end of the day, I'm going to try to work with you as much as I can. But where my interests and your interests where my interests and your interests don't align, they just don't align. And I respect you for doing what is good for you. And you got to respect the game, respect the player for me doing what is good for me. At the end of the day, listen, hold on. The game is game, bro. If I can become the president of the United States, hold on, Yella. Let me just lay my plane. Lay my plane. If I can become the United States president of the United States of America, do you think I'm not going to take that opportunity? Do you think I'm not going to seize that opportunity for power?
Listen, okay, but my biggest point in the beginning, you stated your case. I respect your case. You understand what I'm saying? I can't go to an African country and hold any position. I can't.
That's not true.
It's very
That's
rare.
not even true.
Liberia.
You know what's funny?
Maybe Liberia.
You know what's funny? The president of Nigeria right now was an ex-drug dealer from Chicago with active cases still in Chicago. He is literally an ex-Chicago drug dealer who sold crack.
No, see, I'm not.
I swear to God, you can go look this up. The current president of Nigeria, the one who's working against Burkina Faso, hold on. The current president of Nigeria, the one that's working against Burkina Faso, the head of state of that yam-eating country, you understand me, is an ex drug dealer from Chicago who is working on the behest of American and French interests against Ibrahim Traore.
But is he African? Is he African? Yes or no?
But you African?
Damn, if he's from Chicago, is he from Africa? Yes or no? This person you speak of that's doing all this corruption.
Are you African descendant?
Can I speak?
My people.
Go ahead, Uppity. Go ahead, Uppity.
Uppity. Go ahead, Uppity.
Yeah, I don't get, this is the type of rhetoric that made me want to come up, and I don't understand it. And it's only highlighted to African immigrants. Trump is an immigrant. He comes directly from immigrants. His wife is an immigrant.
Correct.
And I haven't seen the same thing. I haven't seen the same thing of, he's a tether. He shouldn't be president. I've seen a lot of FBAs and a lot of foundational, whatever, really rally behind Trump's policies. They never question that. They never say, oh my God, he's an immigrant. The reality is the system of America, right, it's called a melting pot. It was built on that principle that if you are born an American, in America's soil, you are an American. Any African that runs for public office, they're obviously not going to have that they're African.
Can I just say this real quick? Let me just say this real quick. Guys, can you tap the screen? Hold on 1 second, yo. I just said, can I say something real quick? Yo, tap the screen, guys. Can you guys get me up to 10K? I got 100. Damn, I didn't even notice my viewers. I got 181 viewers in here, guys. Can you tap the screen? Get me up to 10K. For the people that are bothering to send, to talk on the stage, if you like what they're saying, send them a gift. You know what I mean? Follow me. I'm trying to grow this account. I got my other accounts banned, so thank you guys, though. I appreciate you guys for listening. Go ahead, though, Uppity. I cut you off.
Yeah, it's something I just don't understand. Like the principle of America, right? It's a melting pot. It's built by immigrants, and that's just a reality. So anyone that's running for public office, there's obviously policies that keeps that in check, right? You can't run for a presidency, right? You can't run for office as a president if you were not born as an American. Or that's just it, right? There's no immigrant that came here 5 years ago.
Wait a minute, immigrants.
We're not
immigrant. You called me an immigrant.
We were. No. What I'm saying.
Listen to what I'm saying.
You called me an immigrant.
Never immigrated.
Hey, Albert, you're fighting a lot of demons, so I can only.
I bet I am. And you one of them.
Yeah. So let me address one person at a time.
Okay, go ahead.
Guys, let the lady speak, man. This is a lady, man. Let's
just say black people in America aren't immigrants because we were captured. Those of us who were part of the Atlantic slave trade, we weren't immigrants.
Matter of fact, bro, I'll cut you. Yella. You weren't just captured, bro. You were sold. You were sold by your.
That's not even the point that I'm making.
That's a lot of
people. That's the point here. Stop calling us immigrants. We're not immigrants.
No one called you an immigrant. Listen to this slowly. Listen to what I'm saying.
Everybody can
listen to the words I'm saying because I don't know why.
Let her finish, man.
Between Albert's demon and
guys are grown men, man. You guys are grown men. Let her finish.
How about involuntary?
No, Majesty. Let her finish, bro. Let her finish, bro. I want her to finish, bro. Go ahead.
Listen to what I'm saying, right?
That nice,
as a Black American, obviously, you're born here, right? You guys are actually part of the reason why that's part of the Constitution, right? A natural born citizen. If you're born in American soil, you are American, right? I'm saying the whole notion of
no. I'll go a step further.
The 13th Amendment. Are we kidding me?
That amendment was made for slaves in our situation.
Exactly.
That wasn't made. Right, thank you.
America never got rid of slavery.
Clarification.
America never got rid of slavery.
It was made to make slaves natural citizens. That's just a fact.
Yeah.
That was just a fact, right? The 13th, 14th Amendment. Anyways, my point is this, right? Okay, so why are you interrupting me? What are you actually adding on?
Bro, I don't want to have to do showtime, guys. Just let her finish, man. Let her finish.
Let me go after her, please.
It's like you guys hear every other word and get triggered. My point is this. First of all, you're saying, as an African, and I don't know why you guys highlight African immigrants, right? But you guys really harp on this fact, even though the current president now comes from immigrants. But let's go on that notion, right? African immigrants, you're saying, if you come here, if you migrate here, don't run for office. To me, that doesn't make any sense because the reality is, first of all, no immigrant that came here 5 years ago is able to even be a president. There's a lot of checks and balances that stops immigrants from doing the very same thing that you're accusing them of. Two, if anyone born in American soil and they run for office and they so happen to be second generation immigrants, they're able to do so. Why? America literally it spreads propaganda to say it's a melting pot. It's built by.
All right, hit the taps. I'm gonna get open panel. This is a live we had earlier today.
That's just the thing America sells. And why is it? They're able to do so. You're able to see it in reality. Literally, you're able to see it in the presidents. You're able to see it in the society. And mind you, it's not just African immigrants. There's Asian immigrants, and they came at different times. There's Italian immigrants. There's so many different types of immigrants, and they've done different type of things. Like, and person of interest, I don't know what you're hearing, but literally, I did not say African Americans are immigrants. I just said America was built to be a melting pot. And
wait, hold on. I already just don't like how everybody's getting antsy about this. Newsflash for literally every single person on planet Earth. Everybody is an immigrant everywhere. There is no place that a person has always existed back into infinity. We all came from somewhere. We all came. Even the first people in America, in the Americas, came from somewhere else. The first of the first. Everybody came from somewhere else. Just wake up and smell the coffee.
Okay, so how about this? How about this?
Even in Africa, let me tell you, forget about America before you get all worked up. Before you get all worked up, even in Africa, the people who live in the places that they do in Africa came from somewhere else. If you go back far enough, they weren't always there.
Here we go with that immigrants built America. You got it twisted.
Did you finish?
Wait. That's why other people are walking around talking about Minnesota there.
Albert, you're not the only people that are being addressed. You're not the only people in America.
I'm talking about here. The churches that was blew up here. The people that was from here.
That's your perspective. That's literally you're speaking in the perspective of Black Americans. I'm saying there's an overall migration.
So how did Minnesota?
Were those white Americans? Were they slaves? Were those founding fathers that wrote the Constitution? Were they slaves?
Please let me ask you. So how is a place that my people died and fought for it become y'all promised land? How?
Again, don't blame.
Bro, I don't know how, Albert, I'm not gonna lie to you. For a guy, no, hold on. One second. Okay, stop hollering, bro. Stop hollering. You don't gotta holler, bro. There's no reason for you to holler right now, bro. For a guy that took himself out,
it's just given to you.
Bro, just calm down. Take a sip of water. Yo, I need you to put the oxygen mask on. I need you to take that heart medication, okay? Put the Cialis down, okay? You're going to make your heart blow up, Unc. Let me tell you something. For a guy who says that he brought himself out the mud, got himself a home, 9 children, and a 30-year wife, I find it very disappointing that you're being rage baited by trolls on fucking Twitter that are meant to rage bait Zionists and white people, and somehow you're getting the one rage baited. What are you talking about? They're not saying that to you, bro. They're not trying to take your land, bro. They're trolling Zionist fucking elitists in the America and fucking white people, bro.
Heard him say, wait a minute. No.
Albert, come on now. You don't let me talk. You just been hollering this whole time.
Do you think Somalis really think that Minnesota's promised to
I'll be neutral about this. I'll be neutral about this. Hold on, Captain. Let me just say something to Albert. Albert, so we're not in charge who comes in and who comes out, and we have no authority to say who's allowed to be here. I know you think by voicing your opinion that you might be able to convince the current administration or the past administrations that allow certain immigrants inside the country. And you know why? For cheap labor, right? For not all of them. Some of them get here on their own merit, But we never blame the people that bring them over here. We never blame the people that hire them. We always blame just the workers, brother. And shout out to my Mexican brothers and sisters and my Somali brothers and sisters that are going through this, you know what I mean? But we can understand that a lot of a lot of these identities that we want to become, you know, even the FBA, like I have respect for the brothers too, but they've gone too far. You know, they want to delineate from everything that is a part of them, the African American identity, the Black American identity. They want to take it one step further to be the foundation of this country, the foundational Black Americans. So we know that this rhetoric that we hear, not from all, but for most, the FBAs that talk, I feel like they're parroting a lot of these white nationalists. FBAs to me are white nationalists in blackface because the way they present themselves and the way that I've encountered
No, Vibes, I'm going to correct you. FBA means nothing more than foundational Black American. Foundational Black American means that you are a Black person that traces their roots back to the earliest foundings of the new American states, the 13 colonies and what have you. There is no inherent political ideology behind FBA, just like there's no political ideology inherently behind Oromuma. It just means blackness. You understand me, right? But people take that and they try to politically weaponize the identity for identity politics. Do you understand me? At the end of the day, it's very simple. Black Americans who claim to be FBA, I have no issues with them. I have no issues with them. Matter of fact, I'm going to keep it a buck with you. If you claim to be a copper-colored Native American, right? A copper-colored Aboriginal Tuskegee, Cherokee, blah blah blah. I don't care. That's between you, the genealogist, and God, and the Native American people. That's between y'all. I'm not getting in that. You understand me? I just want to say that at the end of the day, the Black American, if you guys are FBA, you want to politically mobilize. You want to organize yourselves in such a way where you are working as a unit within each other. The Creoles, the Gullah Geechees, the Black Americans of New York, Baltimore, Chicago, all these places. If you guys want to get together economically and politically, become a unit, create your own party, start your own businesses, and work together amongst each other, that's beautiful. That's fine. Lord knows I'm doing the same thing with my people. But my point is very simple. Don't adopt the same. It doesn't even make sense. Hold on. It doesn't even make sense for you guys to adopt the same rhetoric of the Republican Party or of Donald Trump or of white nationalists like Nick Fuentes. I just got a phone call. Can you guys hear me? It doesn't even make sense for you guys to adopt these rhetorics when you don't even have control over America yet. If you had control over America and you were pushing xenophobic rhetoric against Africans, okay, I'd be like, shit, you know what? They're talking a big game, but they could actually do something about it. You're talking a big game, but you don't have the power yet. You're still a victim of mass incarceration at the hands of the white man, just like I am. You're still a victim of redlining, just like I am. You have to solve those issues before you can smack talk me. You gotta talk. You gotta get control of the country first, then talk your shit.
Right. And what you have, Negus, is that they're just parroting what the current administration is saying about these specific demographics of people. You know, if it's not with the Mexicans, it's not with the African Somalis, you know? So, again, this is the only reason why I say that they're white nationalists and blackface, you know, because they do the same white talking points. And I'm just sick and tired of it. You know, I address it on my panel all the time. But go ahead, Albert.
It's funny how y'all say that, but check this out. Let me tell you a story. Just 10 years ago, just 10, police can unalive us, and that was the end of the game. That's it. They got away with it all the time. Not some of the time, all of the time. Now they got body cameras. Why? Because of us. Now we getting paid. Why? Because of us. Now they going to jail. Why? Because of us. You see, so don't sit up here and say we don't get shit popping, because we get it popping. We ain't got everything.
I did not say that.
Everything. Hold on, let me finish because you cut me off. We ain't got everything.
This guy's excited,
but
man.
One thing at a time. One thing at a time. And y'all can talk about FBA all you want, but we getting bigger and bigger. We're Democrats, we're Republicans, we're Indians, we're Africans, we're all that. And that's the thing that's fucking y'all up.
Can I ask you something?
Can I add something real quick? Negus.
Tariq, who are you?
I'm Somali.
Oh, okay. Okay, go ahead, Tariq. Go ahead.
Yeah, so My question to the African Americans, brothers, no hate towards you whatsoever, but a question.
Here's hate because you call me African American and I am
Black American.
So stop it.
Black American. Okay, we're gonna pretend the history that we all learned didn't happen. Okay.
So now you're gonna be disrespectful and say this is a pretend game. This ain't motherfucking Sesame Street.
Relax.
Unc, man. You talk to your mother with that mouth, man? Come on, bro. Be respectful.
Myself,
Hold on, Unc, that's the second. Wait, hold on, Unc. That's the second time I had to talk to you, man. Calm down, man. Take a sip of Henny, man. It's okay.
Bro,
you don't gotta talk to people like that, man.
Excuse me, sir. You're not the only one. My job done it to me everywhere I done been.
No, but I don't talk to you like that, man.
I'm me, bro.
Hold on, brother. We can have a conversation about politics. Listen, 1 second. Listen. We can have a conversation about, bro. When I mute you, stay on mute, please. We can have a conversation about politics, but you don't gotta get disrespectful, Unc. You don't gotta get foul mouth, cursing people out. I know you don't talk to the wife like that. I know you don't talk to the kids like that, man. I'm a human being just like you. Tariq's a human being just like you. Have some respect. Let's not get into, this type of book, man. I'm not trying to get into a verbal fisticuffs with my uncle. You understand me? Go ahead, Tariq.
I understand, but having some respect. Don't be playing with me like I'm some kid, like he gotta play a game. Like he gotta play a game. We gonna pretend.
Bro. Okay, what do you identify as?
1 second. Don't rage bait.
I'm not rage baiting him. I'm just trying to understand what's the correct term.
Bro, you rage baiting.
Black American.
Black American. Thank you.
Brother, just address him, Black American, brother. Just address
Black
him.
American. I did not know.
Tariq, you live and you learn. Go ahead, Black American.
Yes, thank you, Black American. So my thing is, why is because we know who started this whole beef between these groups of people. And it seems like the people that are most upset, frustrated, and taking their anger out on people who are less than 1% are, unfortunately, our brothers and sisters on the other side. So my thing is, when did we disenfranchise you? When did we steal something that's yours? When did we pass laws and regulations to discriminate against you? That's what I want to understand.
Against who? I'm not sure who you're talking about. Who you talking about specifically?
Don't tell it ain't nobody done nothing to us. We the bad guys, always. We always the bad guys. Let the whiteys tell it, we the bad guys. Let the Mexican tell it, we the bad guys. Let the Muslims and y'all tell it, we the bad guys. So how can I explain us being the bad guys?
It's really, Tariq, it's like what they left open for us. So they say the 14th Amendment, that was created for them, and that let everybody flood in to get into the country. But I always remind them, man, that we're not in charge of who's coming in and who's coming out, just as much as they're not.
Exactly. I'm not a white man, Albert. I'm not a white man. I didn't make this country, Albert. I did not make this country. I didn't choose to be born in America. I did not choose to have my country.
No, but I'm the black man that got to pay for every goddamn thing to go wrong. I'm the black man that got to pay.
So who are you going to take that anger out on? Are you going to take it out on me, or are you going to take it out on the people with power?
I take it out on every weight, bro. Bro, that's the thing. See, we take it out on everybody.
Hold on, that's childish, Uncle. That's childish.
Let me explain it. We take our frustration out on everybody. You mess with us at Walmart, Burger King, Taco Bell.
What the hell are you talking about, man?
Your day can go wrong.
Hold on. What the hell are you talking about, OG? What do you mean you got stuck? Did you get stuck up? Hey, no. Listen to me. Did you get stuck up by a Mexican at a Burger King? Did a Somali punch you in the face at a Walmart? Did an Eritrean steal your carburetor?
What you trying to say? What did we do to you? I'm asking you. What I'm trying to say is the attitude you get, we always had. We gotta have this attitude. See, we didn't have this attitude.
I ask you, who is it? Okay, I'm asking you a question. Listen. Instead of just talking, I'm gonna ask you a simple question. I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you a simple question. Is it more valuable to spend your time talking shit to a guy like me who doesn't have any political power in this country, who isn't a congressman, who isn't a president, who doesn't own a bank, who doesn't own your house? Or is it better to talk to the people that do have all those powers? Who should you be talking to?
That's a dumb question.
Hold on,
That's a
big
dumb
guy.
question.
You the one up here with a platform with 243 people. If I can't talk to you, I can't talk to nobody. Now can I?
Likes at the likes. Give him the 20K.
Unc is right on that.
243 people. What the hell?
Let's go. He said views equals powers. It's crazy.
You think I got 243 people? What do you think I'm going to do with this, Unc? You think I'm going to go, what? You think I'm going to overthrow the government? You think I'm going to get these people to go do January 6th?
Wait a minute. Hold on.
What do you think I'm going to do, man?
Hold on, big guy. Hold on, wait. Like I got the plaque to help my people. I got another picture of me and my senator. I went one-on-one, not in a group, one-on-one with the senator, Dick Durbin. It's on there. Y'all don't look at those pictures, do you? See, I fuck with my people, you dig? I put work in these streets, you dig? But you don't do your homework, and you think we just uneducated.
Oh, no. That's where you go. Okay. No. That's where it is. That's where it's at. Right? I said one time. Hold on. I said keep it respectful one time. I said keep it respectful second time. Now it's the third time. 3 strikes, you're out, brother. 3 strikes, you're out. Talking about I don't do my homework, man. I was stuffing these little white boys in like hold on, mute. God damn it, mute. I was stuffing these little white kids in lockers, you know what I mean? Going to Black Lives Matter protests, fucking acing every fucking class in my fucking school, outperforming every 99th percentile, and I still had time to go out on these streets and stick a nigga up, hit a lick. You understand?
Why you bugging?
What I did with my fucking life.
You talked about him bugging. Now
I
you
never
bugging.
did.
No, you ain't get disrespectful. No, you ain't get disrespectful. Boy, I will fly to Baltimore and hit your head.
You just told him not to be disrespectful, and now you been disrespectful.
No. Get the fuck out my stage, nigga. Don't do my homework. What the fuck? You said you
told
didn't
him
even go
not
to
to be
college. Don't talk to me
disrespectful.
about no fucking homework, nigga.
You told him not to be disrespectful, and now you
that's 1, 2, 3 strikes you out. The fuck?
That's the language they can understand, brother. That's the only language they can understand.
That was a valid crash out. Niggas.
It was a crash out for sure.
Okay, go ahead. We got new people on the stage, man. Cyrus, go ahead, man. Who are you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, well, shoot, I just came up and I was listening in. I don't even know what the topic is, anything like that.
Let's go ahead and introduce Tripping. How you doing, man? Welcome to the panel. Can you get your age, your race, where you're from, please?
Yeah, I'm 44. I'm black. And what?
A race and ethnicity, my brother. And where
That's
you
what
from?
I said. I'm 44. I'm black. I just came up because I looked at the.
You said an age and you said a race or ethnicity. Which one does black?
Okay,
come
well,
under?
honestly, be honest. I'm mixed race, honestly.
Okay, so give it.
My mom is foundational black, and my dad is native.
She came out the womb foundational black, and your dad was native, as in Native American or Native Black American, or
Native American.
Okay, so some say American Indian. You say Native.
No,
American.
we don't use that term. Well, in our culture, we don't use the term Indian because that's a false description.
Right, but you know about American Indians, right?
No, I don't. Tell me about it.
Well, they say, some black indigenous folks call American Indians, and they would say Native American is a misnomer for the 5 civilized tribes. You feel me, brother? What tribe are you from?
Well, let me explain then.
Well, let's explain the foundational black American parent, right? Let's explain that first. Sure. So is that a race and an ethnicity at the same time, or?
Well, it's blurred at this point in time.
I mean, come on, bro. Give me some focus in the blurred. Give me some focus in the blurred perspective.
All right. Do I know exactly from Africa where my mom is from? No, I don't. But we are American and we are from African descent on her side.
Okay, so why wouldn't African American why couldn't you hold that down? Why'd you have to say
because
FBA?
I am mixed. So
is FBA a mixed lineage?
I am. Look, I. Do you know what I is a individual thing.
I am.
I is an
I
individual
am.
thing.
I am this. I
No.
am that. Yeah. I know that. I.
Okay, so therefore, I'm
Mm-hmm.
not claiming to be specifically foundational black. My mom is, but my dad isn't, which means I am mixed.
So when you subscribe to foundational Black American, I want you to be like, I want you to know what you're subscribing to, my brother. You know.
I
So
understand what you're saying.
before you knew anything about foundational Black American, what would you call your mother, and what would you call that?
African American.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so now let's go with your father. So the father is the Native American, yeah?
Correct.
And what native language, what native culture, what Blackfoot, okay. And what region of America is that part of?
South Carolina.
All right, man. Welcome to the panel. All right. And go ahead, brother. Just speak to whatever you've heard so far. Respond to whatever you've heard so far. I put a pause on what my brother Nagoose is over there spitting. But speak on the prompt. Do whatever you want. Open the panel. Go ahead, bro.
Well, I was curious as far as the picture that I'm looking at, because it says Trump and ICE, and it looks like FBA and is Trump, ICE, and FBA are attacking African Americans, and I'm confused by that because from my experience, I'm just going to use Trump and ICE. They're not fucking with us yet. They're fucking with Latinos and Cubans and all that type of stuff. And
How so? How so? Because they're deporting them, right? Is that what you consider fucking with?
Well, if they're not, what are their job to deport people?
So
Correct?
the job of FBA is to mimic and parrot what this current
No, not
administration is
FBA,
doing.
not FBA. Let's take FBA.
No,
For now.
For
We'll bring
now,
them in.
okay. For
Let's talk about
now,
Trump and ICE.
For now, the current administration, Trump and ICE, right? They are getting rid of. They're delineating from all brown and black people right now and claiming that they are the
Well, I'm
original.
brown and black, and they're not.
I'm talking about Trump and ICE. I'm talking about Trump.
Yeah, you said all brown and black. I am brown and black.
Obviously, you FBAs think that you can't be deported. That you guys.
No, I'm not saying we can't. I'm just saying. I said yeah.
I'm not
said
talking
they're not
about you,
coming
brother.
after us
I'm
yet.
talking in general. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you.
Well, you're responding to my question.
No,
correct?
I'm not necessarily. I'm just giving you like the layout.
So
of my
I asked
prompt.
the question. and you're not
Remember my
responding.
prompt? You spoke on my prompt, right?
Right, and you're not responding
Right.
to what I said.
Okay. What did you say?
Okay, I said so. I'm responding to your prompt. That's what I said, and I
Right.
said the Trump and ICE thing. I don't feel as though they're coming at us yet. And I said,
so who's us? Who's us?
Where it says African Americans and FBA.
So us, okay, so I make a clear distinction between the African American and the FBA, my brother. You see it? You see what the FBA is? It's not the African.
Okay, yeah, I got you. I understand.
All right, so look at the prompt one more time.
I understand it more completely.
All right. So FBAs want to delineate from the term African American. This is why they never want to give credit to Africa. This is why they don't want anything to do with it, blah, 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 and so on and so on. They want to go so far to also not be Black Americans because that's why they put the foundational on top of the ethnicity. Now, that's my position, right? That's my personal opinion. But they would think that Black Americans are synonymous with FBAs. Now, all the Black Americans that I know, right, that I have no beef with, that have no problem having an affinity to Africa, being Black Americans because they know their lineage, they know their ancestry, they know where they descend from, as well as FBAs. But the thing is, they feel so far removed from Africa. They want to give a 350-year to 500-year split from the mother continent, from Mama Africa, that they want to shit and talk down to all Africans that are coming here now, recently, and then had kids here, first generation, second generation. Call us anchor babies, call us tethers, Call us whatever the fuck they want to call us. Give a fuck about what they call us. We're still a part of you. You still a part of us. Hold on. You still a part of us. I'm talking to FBA.
So what are you?
I'm talking to FBAs. I'm talking to FBAs.
No, what are you? So I know
are you an FBA? Are you an FBA?
I answered who I was. Now I'm asking you who you are.
I'm still confused. African American or FBA?
I'm asking you who you are.
I'm still fucking guessing. I'm still wondering.
So you don't want to go there.
You are. So you don't want
to go there about who you are.
I will give you everything you need, but you have to give me what you are before I can be honest. Nah, I don't believe you. I don't fucking believe you.
Well, I can't do magic.
Exactly. Before you give me your Tyreek Nasheed. Before you act like your Homeland Security, before you act like you immigration, Homeland, before you start with your interrogation tactics, my brother.
Hey, bro.
Let me be. Hold on. Because you want to say with your chest what the fuck you are with your identity. Like what? Say so. Bro. All FBAs are looking at you right now. Like if you don't say,
bro.
Hold on. I didn't let you talk. Let me give you this.
I'm not interrupted.
I know you're all right. You're all right. Tripping. Stop tripping. Let me stay muted. Tripping. Let me get this out. All right. Because
no, if you that pussy that you can.
Nah. I will drop your bitch ass. Like I swear to God.
Bitch.
Exactly. That's what I thought. I waited for you to crash out. You've been tripping. All right. Anyways, tripping.
No, because I've not been tripping.
No. I give a fuck about what you think and what you care about. No. You came up here. Respectful. I thought you were cool, but you're not cool.
I've been nothing but respectful.
Nah. You had the FBA juice, and now you come up here represent FBA. I give a fuck about what you think about, nigga. You are that dog. You out there sniffing my ass, asking me what the fuck I am, nigga. Bitch. Stay muted, bitch. Stay muted, bitch. Stay muted, bitch. Stay muted, bitch. You a little Tyreek Nasheed agent. That's what the fuck you are, bitch ass nigga. Stay fuck muted. Tripping. I don't want no beef with you. You want beef with me, all right? And I'll drag your bitch ass whenever the fuck I feel like dragging your bitch ass, all right? So don't even start on my fucking panel, all right? I gave you the privilege. No. I just think you a bitch ass nigga. I just think you a bitch ass nigga with no lineage. Your little FBA lineage ain't shit to me. You have no lineage, bitch. You a domesticated dog, nigga, just like that FBA dog up in there. You see that dog? Just like that. Just like that dog, sniffing for information. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Nobody asked you. Nobody asked you, nigga. Nobody asked you. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. You are on my fucking panel, bitch ass nigga.
You're the one.
Bitch ass nigga. Shut the fuck up. Stay down there, bitch. Stay down there, bitch.
You're the one that had to mute.
Bro, look, you don't want no conversation. You just want to argue. I'm tired of you bitch ass FBAs coming up on my panel talking about your sniff, dog, and domesticated ass to talk all that bullshit.
I never interrupted you.
No. Shut the fuck up. You stay unmuted though.
And now you
can't unmute. You're not domesticated. You still
because you can't have a conversation.
You still have the African blood
You're
in
snowflake.
you.
You're a snowflake.
You reported me, bitch
nigga.
ass nigga. All right, I'm gonna have to drop you. Bitch ass nigga. Stay in the comments, nigga. Nobody wants to hear from your bitch ass, please. You little FBAs. Look, listen. I know some FBAs are intellectual people, but not this bitch ass nigga. He wants to come up and talk about he's African American. I can sniff you out that you're not, because no true xenophobic FBA would ever call himself an African American. Y'all want to cosplay? Y'all want to tether yourselves up to Africans, right? That are Americans. Since y'all want to delineate from African American, we're gonna honor African American. We're gonna take it back up. We're gonna reclaim African American, you bitch ass American Negroes, okay? Fuck every single one of you, okay? And let's play a good song before I get back up here, because I'm tired. I'm really tired. I got my accounts banned because you bitch ass niggas, man, like straight up. But here, let's just run this one back, bro. Let's just run this one back. Here, I'm gonna let my brother.
You know, I'm a Black American, half Caribbean. I don't know what the conversation is though.
Yeah, basically, okay, if you don't understand the conversation, I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you. Okay, how about this girl with the heart? Is this a girl?
Hi. Yeah, I mostly wanted to come up to like ask Albert some questions because I really think I was listening in for like 10 minutes. I really think he just has a lot of misplaced anger and a lot of his ideologies.
He's mesquine.
Yeah,
He's just like, let me tell you something. That guy's just like these fobs I was just arguing with before. These fucking fobs from the Horn of Africa. These hook-nosed Semites shaking their shoulders, eating malawa, fucking eating that terrasiga. You know what I'm saying? Talking about some. I hope Donald Trump deports the Somalis. I hope he deports the Somalis. That'd be great for me. I hate them. I hate the Somalis because back home they're trying to take Jig Jigga. They're trying to take Gardawa. These fucking dumbass fobs. And then they're the same fobs that tell me I can't talk about my politics at home because I'm a Bellis. Even though I have more education than their whole fucking lineage combined times 10. What the fuck? These people, bro. These people are mesquite. Let me tell you something. These white people did us dirty. Flipped us over, spread our legs, and just went in. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. You are mesquite. You are disenfranchised. Your education is fucked. Your housing is fucked. Your school, everything is fucked. The parenting, fucked. They fucked us up on every fucking level. You are mesquite. It's a mesquite in America. It's a mesquite in Africa. It's fucked. We're screwed, man. We're fucking screwed. But go ahead, though, sister. I'm sorry. I'm losing my fucking mind out here.
No, you're good. I don't know much about that, but what I was gonna say is Albert, I think a lot of his ideologies overline with those of MAGA, and then it really just uncovers that the soul of it all is just he has a lot of self-hate for himself. That's what I think.
Let me pause this. Let me go introduce Baby Girl. Baby Girl, welcome up to the panel. I just want to introduce a mod. Thank God I got a mod. I think you're mod on this.
What up, though?
She's not a mod. She's not a mod. Happy New Year, Baby Girl.
Happy New Year. Yeah, you tripping on folks, huh?
I mean, yeah, I'm getting there. But yeah, do you mind if I play the rest of this and we can introduce the new guests? It's only like 5
Let
minutes.
me finish our conversation.
Yeah, I was just listening.
Can we talk first?
Tripping. I'm done. I'm tripping. Unless Baby talks to you, like I'm done talking to you. Hold on. Baby, did you want to say anything else, Baby, before I let this go?
I was just listening. I was honestly. I was in the comment section.
Let me finish.
Yeah, y'all can go ahead.
Let me finish this off, and then you can handle. Nah. It's too early. Because every time I play this conversation, it gets over 300. You'll see, Baby Girl. I want you to stay here. You've been patient enough to see it. Brandon, just hold up, all right?
All right, man.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you for being patient. Just hold on. Thank you.
But yeah, I don't know.
And that's where I draw the line. I draw the line with the black MAGAs, the FBA MAGAs, the ones that, parrot what this current administration is doing, and why they have the balls enough to come up and speak the way they're speaking, And like the brother Nagu said earlier, a lot of this stuff is on TikTok, and, we come with all this burden on our shoulders, and we want to take it out on someone, unfortunately, But,
That's another thing. I don't understand why a lot of FBAs have smoke for Black immigrants. If you really look at the timeline of American history, there really wasn't much of an influx of Black immigrants until like the late 90s. And then it really exploded in the 2000s. So between that time, that like 30-year period, we haven't really had a lot of influence on American politics.
Sister, where are you from, by the way?
I'm South Sudanese.
Oh, you're okay. You know, when I was a kid, they used to call me Deng. Did you know that?
Don't listen to him, please.
I'm 50% Nilotic. They used to call me Deng when I was a kid.
Nicholas. Show him.
I had a cow.
5'7"
I had a cow when I was a kid. I used to keep him in my backyard. I used to jump over him for fun. Go ahead, sister. I love South Sudanese. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say is we there really hasn't been a lot of people who are not FBA that have kind of got into like power, like in terms of politics. Like we don't really have that many immigrant descended Black politicians. So again, that's what I don't understand about Albert, is why he has.
You see though, why don't they have the same smoke for the Irish, the Italian, the British, the Chinese,
white tea illegals,
all of the other people?
Because they need a scapegoat. And
Nagoose, let me tell you, Nagoose, this is just a small percentage, you know, on TikTok. Thank God, you know that.
Of course,
I always have to explain what a FBA is to Black Americans on the daily, you know, let alone outside. I never have to do that outside, meeting Black people face to face, but online, this is only an online
vibes,
thing.
you know what's the craziest part? For the most part, I support, like, Tariq Nasheed. First of all, Tariq Nasheed is a grifter. I hope these Black Americans who are FBAs realize Tariq Nasheed is a grifter. He's trying to make money off the movement. He's basically trying to like own the movement. He even went as far as trying to like copyright. He even went as far as trying to copyright FBA as if he had made it up, right? Like the craziest thing is, like, for example, one of the key issues that FBAs have is with the AU-RUSA, right? AU6RUSA, right? Basically, the AU6RUSA is basically African Union, 6th Region, United States of America, right? AU6RUSA. The FBAs have a big problem with the idea that they've been basically left off the continent of Africa for a very long time. Some of them believe they didn't even come from Africa. That's a whole different discussion, right? But basically, they believe that they are not African, which, quite frankly, I completely understand, right? I don't think they are African. They don't have a tribe in Africa. They don't have land that they're indigenous to in Africa. Their land that they're indigenous to, FBAs, even if they came 400 years ago, they are now today indigenous to America. They have a God-given right to America. They have earned it. They have earned their right to America. When they have a problem with the AU, which, by the way, I think the AU is one of the worst institutions on the planet. It's run by the EU. It's funded by the EU. It is a vector for U.S. and Western, basically, imperialism and interests in Africa, right? When they basically do this, I think the whole AU needs to be dismantled. When the AU basically is trying to say Black Americans are the 6th region of Africa, they should be taken under the purview of the AU, which doesn't even do Africans the right way, much less trying to help these Black Americans, which, by the way, Black Americans, right? We Africans get bombarded all the time. We get told when we were coming through Ellis Island, we were shown movies of these Black Americans as slaves. We were shown movies, like these older generations of Africans were shown movies of Black Americans as slaves. They were shown movies of Black Americans smoking weed, doing all this shit. They programmed into us that you guys are miskin, that you're victims. The reality is Black Americans don't need Africans' help. In fact, Africans need more of Black. There is no Wakanda in Africa for the Black American. There is no Wakanda. Our shit is messed up in Africa. We have a lot of corrupt leaders. We are doing ourselves dirty. The way that, bro, if you guys think you guys have coons in Black America, trust me, we have crazy coonery in Africa, right? And so what I'm trying to tell you is there is no Wakanda in Africa. When the AU is trying to bring you guys and make you guys the 6th region of the AU, what they're trying to do is they're trying to take the richest Black ethnic group on the planet, right, who has been disconnected from Africa and who is now indigenous to America, and they're trying to harvest their soft power and their hard power, the power that they have as entertainers, in the media, in all sorts of stuff. They're trying to take you guys and they're trying to harvest you. I stand against it. I signed the petition. I'm against AU-R6USA, but you don't have to, just because I support you in that, you don't have to fucking come into my comments acting like I'm the one that made you guys slaves in America, or I'm the one that's creating the mass incarceration system and stuff like that. I didn't flood crack into your communities in the 70s and the 80s. I didn't do that. You guys, your main enemy as Black Americans is the white American. It's not other Africans. And for Africans, we need to stop. We need to learn how to respect the Black American identity. We need to understand we're not the same. And quite frankly, for Horn Africans, that's not that big of an issue. Because quite frankly, I don't know if you know my people, but my people are kind of like the Dominicans of Africa. We know black, we Kushite, we Semite. So we don't really necessarily have the issue of co-opting your stuff. Do you understand me? Like, we don't see ourselves as the same type of black. We respect you for your individual history, your culture, your heritage. Do you understand me?
Beautifully stated, my dude. It's beautifully stated, my brother.
Hold on. I get what y'all are. I get what the topic is. I have to make sure if I'm accurate or not. If this is what y'all was talking about. Let me put my. So you're.
All right. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna introduce Brandon. Brandon, give me your race, your ethnicity, where you're from.
I'm from.
Said that Donald Trump was talking about he don't like the Somalis, he don't want them over here, and y'all are upset that Black Americans don't have any empathy.
Brandon, my bad, bro. I made you on accident.
I'm from Chicago, you know, and I saw the first prompt that was the painting of the FBA and all that. Right?
Yeah.
And on my standpoint,
did you give me your race and ethnicity? Did you give me that?
I'm book termed African American. Okay, I'm gonna say it like that. I mean Negro, whatever you want to call it, right? We was here before those terms.
What do you say with your chest though today?
What do you mean?
Yeah, what identity?
I say I'm black.
All right, just black. You don't say Black American. You say FBA.
I mean, I don't really associate myself to a land, but I guess you can call me Black American.
Okay. Fair enough. Go ahead, Brandon. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Okay, so like I was saying, you know, I saw the original prompt up here, right? The one you're showing right now. And I've been in FBA lives and I've been in African, like from the motherland lives, right? And when I talk to Africans and I try to explain to them that, you know, people of Afro descent weren't only in the continent of Africa, they call me crazy. But then I also try to explain to the FBAs that it's not only Africans that are sellouts, and why do you single out Africans when they go through colonization as well? And they call me an African because I see that they have a struggle too. You know what I'm saying? It's not only Africans who sell out. Black Americans sell out each other. So it's like, why do you single out Africans alone? You understand what I'm saying? And me personally, I really think there's ignorances on both sides, you know, when it comes to how certain Africans think and how FBA thinks. And pretty much, I mean, that's really it. Because if you look into Africa, right, they're not the real one who draws the sword against African Americans the most. FBA only highlights exemptions from the colonization, right? Of course,
exceptions.
You know, they single out these Africans who are coons, not like there's not coons everywhere, including Black Americans, and they highlight these coons and then put all the African people under these few coons. So it's like, it's ridiculous. It's simple-minded and it's ridiculous. You can't single them out because to this day, we are still stealing resources from Africa. Tesla, Apple, all these tech companies, all these gas companies, they get most of their resources from the nation that's so-called poor. So there's still political manipulation happening there in this moment. So if these people, they're being used just like Black Americans. So I don't know what's up with all this. They attacking the people who aren't attacking them the hardest. They're attacking the people that's not really the real enemy here, right? And it's silly to me, you know. I'm not saying I'm African or anything like that, because I'm not. I was born and raised in America. I've been in America for a long time. So it's like I just don't understand the heat for Africans alone, you know, because it's Indians that do it. It's plenty of races that do it. It's not just Africans. So, you know, that's what I got to say about it.
All right. I appreciate you, Brandon, for bringing that up, and let me just speak on that, because it's about what you just said. Like, if you don't understand how we, as Americans, have no say about the American government, let alone the military, who goes and destabilizes other nations, right? How, like Donald Trump going into Venezuela, now he's going to get their oil. You feel me? Like the same example that can happen everywhere else. Think about all the military nations that are out there, right? And when Africans say, or when African Americans, when I say African Americans, I mean parents from Africa. You just happen to be born in America. I think that's the most fitting description about what an African American is, because FBAs wanted to delineate from that term. They want nothing to do with Africa. But then at the same time, hold on, Brandon. Let me land on this point, and I'll let you respond. At the same time, they have no problem with reaping the resources that this fucking administration reaps and sows. And now you have your fucking iPhone. Now you have everything that makes America great. America is great not only because of the resources in America, because it goes and attacks and ciphers off of everything, not only from the American continent, from the whole world.
It manipulates people and bribes people and use political manipulation. It's like, I'll give you this.
Hold on, Brandon, let me land my point, brother. I'm sorry. Let me land my point. I don't mean to cut you off. I really want to land on this before I forget it, because I have a short attention span, my brother. So what I mean by this is that no one's here to invalidate your experience. You want to be American all you want, hoorah, you want to join the army, go ahead and fucking do that. Give a fuck about how you had nothing to do with Africa, all right? I respect you, all right? But also, you're not going to convince every black person in America that they're not African. You're not going to convince them that they're all American Indians. To me, you're not going to do that.
Who said that? Like,
Hold on, babe.
I'm sorry.
I'm speaking in general. I'm just speaking in general. I'm speaking for the people that want to dominate the black demographic in America and say that these people are one. I hear a bunch of different things, right? And I know I got a bunch of different brothers and sisters on the panel that think differently, and I respect every single one of you guys, okay? What I'm saying is, no one is in charge of invalidating other people's experiences. Now, if you come up and say that 80% of black people in America are indigenous to America, and then the other half is going to be like, no, they're African, I can see the contention, right? I can see how I feel like we're all brothers and sisters because we're all talking to each other about who we are. But we're only speaking about melanated people, right? With 4C hair, or melanin, we got the copper colored, right? And then we got the triple blue black niggas in Africa, right? We got the true black in Africa, all right? All that black American talk, all that FBA talk goes out the fucking window when you don't claim your ancestry. If you're in the FBA, want to shit on Africans, those are your ancestors, believe it or not, all right? It's on the website. That's part of your unique lineage. Now, if you want to stick to your white tea lineage or your Aboriginal lineage, that's some other shit. And you think you're special because you're premium black. All right, you're a premium American Negro. And us African Negroes are your lost cause descendants. You are so far removed from them because white tea people brought you here, right? And made you feel special. And breeded with you at the same time. Now you got that 20 to 30 or 50% white tea. Now you want to shit on us. Now you feel domesticated enough and think that we're uncivilized, okay? So I will say this, okay? Because I'm going to cut this short. I'm not here to invalidate anybody what they think they are. As soon as you start talking shit down to our people, my ancestors, your ancestors, is when I'm gonna have some shit to say. Now, I'm not saying that this is what you're saying. I'm saying, like, if you're gonna back the people, even if you're FBI, I still have some empathy because I know a lot of black Americans, we still love our black Americans. We still love our African Americans. We still love, if you're indigenous if you have native blood, if you're here. But as soon as you team up with the FBA to shit on Africans and you talking that shit, that's where I draw the line in the sand. If you a black MAGA, if you a FBA MAGA, we're just gonna bump heads, all right? So let me shut the fuck up already. Brandon, go ahead and respond. I'm gonna let Lady J in after.
So yeah. So look, I'm gonna just say this. Like me personally, I did my research, right? It's plenty of Native Americans that were in slavery, right, with Africans, right? And there was also Native Americans who are misplaced and labeled as Negroes. It was thousands of them that were. But that doesn't mean you go ahead and go shit on Africans. That's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Because it's coonery going on everywhere, not just in Africa, right? I met some FBAs talking about things like supporting America and all that stuff. I'm like, so you're more for the nation that has more malice intent towards you than you bash African? I was so confused. You know what I'm saying? I understand that it was probably melanated people here before the slave trade, right? That's not far-fetched at all. Indigenous means to simply be here before someone else. That's all it means. And that's believable. But that doesn't mean you do all that extra shit. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, bro. Brandon, I'm talking about that extra shit. Like, if you go out your way to dog on someone, it's not about, like, if someone confuses you as an African and you don't want to be known as an African, fine. Most Africans would be like, brother, why aren't you trying to say you're my brother? And I think it's out of love more than it is to, like, knock you down. And same with the American Indian thing, or being Indian. They'd be like, brother, you're more like us and then you are African. So that's the big contention. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I think what it is, it's like we see, and so it's all about divide and conquer. I'm like, who's watching us like fight amongst each other? You know?
Look. I'm gonna say this real quick.
When we got, Brandon, hold on, Brandon. You already landed. Did you not land? Did you not land, Brandon?
I know.
We're gonna have an open panel, Brandon. I swear. But let me get my thoughts out because I forget about when I get interrupted. I forget. That's why I gave you a time. your time. I know. When I talk, people think about stuff and they want to respond to it. I believe me.
Bro.
But what I mean is, I think that I think all this is good in the big hindsight, you know, in the sense of like we're learning more about each other unconsciously, even though we don't know about. I mean, think about all the FBAs that know a lot of things about Africans now, because their intention is to talk shit and roast Africans, but they're learning more about tribes. They're learning more about African culture. They're learning about everything about Africa because they're investigating. So subconsciously or unconsciously, they're learning more, you know, and vice versa. You got the Africans that want to talk to the pretendians and be like, well, now they have to learn about all the indigenous cultures in America, right? to talk shit, you know. But I feel like there's some middle ground. I'm not going to lie. I feel like we're all educated now a little bit more. But,
I've been in the middle ground. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't agree with both sides. I didn't agree with the Africans saying cold-blooded everybody, because I do know that it was people who were melanated in different areas, right? They're not just in the African place. But I also don't agree with the FBAs and what they be saying about Africans, because if you look at all these African nations, right, a lot of them gained their independence in the 1960s. It's not as old as America. America is like 200 some years old, right? So you can't really do this because it's a lot of oppression that goes on. I heard African leaders being assassinated for trying to change the system, because a lot of those African nations still benefit a lot of European nations, and they keep giving these places resources. So it's still a form of colonization that's not spoken about, right? So it's like, me personally, I think, like you said, we need to learn a little bit more, because even Africans kill each other. It's ethnic cleansings and genocides going on in Africa.
Unalive. Brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Unalive. Mass unalive.
Yeah. The continent of Africa is huge, you know, and I think that there's a bunch of unalivings in America, you know, due to street politics and a bunch of other shit, right? Like, but Africa, you know, it's way bigger because there's more statistics, there's more people, you know. America, I forget what part of the continent of Africa America makes up, and I'm talking about the United States of America. I ain't talking about the continent because you American Negroes love to confine yourself within the colonial borders of the United States of America, okay? You want to claim all of America, but you're not all of America. America includes Canada, Mexico, Latin America, and they always forget that. I always have to remind them that, you know? So, welcome back, baby. I'm tired of talking, baby. Do you have anything to add before I play this recording?
I don't know, man. I think everybody need to get in touch with who they really are. You know, DNA tests are not for entertainment purposes when it comes to your ancestry and your relation to the people that are near you with the same DNA.
That sentiment that he made because of all the anti-black racism that we receive.
Oh shit! No. Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry, my bad.
So
I was like, "Who is that?" Oh, my bad. My bad, baby.
I'm not gonna lie. We got a clown on the panel.
Oh, Molly. Yeah, should I introduce him? Molly was good.
I mean, apparently.
Hold on, Molly.
Apparently, I'm already
Molly,
known.
I know you're already ops. You're already ops. I'm sorry, baby. When baby calls it, you feel me? But anyways, I'm gonna give you a chance, right? I need your race, your ethnicity, where you're from, and then you can respond to what we said or speak on the prompt. Go ahead.
All right. I don't really operate in race, but for the sake of your panel, I'll say black. Right? I'm a Black American because race is like globalist, but that's a different discussion. I'm Black American of Pennsylvania. Yeah, I mean, look, we got to stop sugarcoating the language here, right? Look, like the lady underneath me, I think she's identifying as a lost African slave. Like people that call themselves African American, we need to stop tiptoeing around their sensibilities and call it in plain English what it is. Your identity that you are embracing and calling yourself is one of a lost African slave. Let's be honest. That's what it is. And you're fine with that. I mean, even then, it doesn't add up.
So Molly, you just to be clear, Molly, you talking about African American as the identity as the African lost slave? Did I hear that right?
Normally, people that call themselves African American are Afrocentrists and Pan-Africanists, and Pan-African ideology and Afrocentrist ideology demands of Americans that are melanated.
That's your assumption. Your assumption. So your assumption comes from a Black American, not an FBA, right? You're just a Black American, right?
Yeah, I'm just a Black American. I mean, okay. FBA. I support them, but I don't use that label.
Well, okay, so you support that ideology, but you don't go by that terminology. You also don't go by African American, but you're so quick to knock down people that still identify as African American, as calling them Afrocentrics, right? And African Pan-Africanists, right? So here again, brother, without like going too far into this, like you already have your way of looking at these terminologies because you're delineating from the term African American. I get that, right? Why not take it further and just call yourself an FBA? Because this is the same rhetoric. These are the same talking points that we hear from FBAs about the term African American. A lot of Black Americans have no problem with African Americans and they have no problem with being Black American too. I feel like it comes with different generations, right? And knowing where you stand. And there's no problem with you not knowing where you're from in Africa, or let alone just not being from Africa in all regards. But like when we punch down about people that still consider themselves African American, they can be as Black American as you, just have an affinity to Africa, right? Molly. So we have to have some empathy on that, brother, without just going spearheaded and saying that they are even if they are, I'm just saying like they still have some African root in them and they're proud of it. You know, being Black Americans, like you can't take that from them. You know, just as much as we can't take you away from America.
Yeah, that's a fair point, but I feel like we coddle them a little bit too much. We need to, because they're not getting it, right? When we try to tiptoe around their sensibilities and sugarcoat language. So we need to just call it what it is. All right, we need to, no matter, well, I say we, I mean me and people like me. You know, we just need to call it what it is and stop allowing that, giving them an out, you know, because we're not trying to be rude.
So you're kind of already being rude, you know what I mean? Whether you're intentional about it or not, because you're like, well, we need to pick a side, is what you're saying. So I'm asking you to pick a side between FBA and a Black American, but you're like, well, I don't roll with that, but like I can understand. It sounds good, and like, yeah, you can, yeah.
Well,
we can talk about delineating. We can talk about these tethers, right? But I'm not FBA. Have you ever called somebody a tether? Have you ever called somebody a tether, or are you talking about delineating from Africa?
Well, no, I don't use slanderous language. I don't have to throw out slurs when I'm talking to people because I have the truth on my side, so I don't have to call anybody any kind of slur. But people get mad anyway because I speak the truth.
Yeah, you have your truth, right? So we all have our own truth, all right, Mali. I don't know you from a pan of can, all right? I'm talking to you straightforward right now about how we can't assume shit about each other. So I'm asking you not to assume anything about a Black American that might still call themselves African American, and these African Americans that still have an affinity to, like, so the president of America, right, is a true tethered American called an African American, which was Barack Obama, a Kenyan, half biracial white team. And so when I say that, I mean, there's no FBA, there's no true Black American in office. You built the White House, but there's no Black American in the White House. You know, if you built the White House, why'd you paint it white? Why isn't it black? There's a lot of things about how we built things, the infrastructure, the foundation of America, but it was never for. And let me take this back. Yes, of course, Black Americans built America. Every time they built something of their own, it was taken away from them, from white people, right? We talk about Black Wall Street. We talk about Oklahoma. We talk about Lake Lanier, so on and so forth. But I mean, at the end of it, I'm saying, like, why try to take, like we talk about the Somalis right now, you know, they got Minnesota. Every time people come from Africa with their identity intact, with their ethnicity intact, with their cultural intact, with their language intact, they're attacked because they don't assimilate to whatever the fuck America considers assimilation, right? And so I feel like Africa right now at the point is being attacked, starting with East Africa, you know? Not even there. Start with Mexicans from Mexico, you know, who were in America. This is all of America, not just the United States of America. I always try to remind people about this, but long story short, I'm going too far with this little rhetoric, with this rant. What I mean is, Maoli, you just gotta slow down a little bit. You can have your position, right? But as soon as you go ahead and join the bandwagon of whatever trend this is about being nationalistic and blackface, like I said, Black MAGAs, FBA MAGAs. I don't care about conservatives. You can be conservative all you want. I'm not gonna judge you because you have a conservative viewpoint. Most of us are conservatives, by the way. You know, a lot of us have liberal standpoints, but for the political party to convince you that if you think one way or the other, you're not for America, that's where I have my biggest hang up. But that's just me. All right. But why does baby think you're gonna be a troll, Mali?
Well, because like I said, I speak the truth. So, and I go on other lives and I speak the truth. And if the truth is controversial, like, let's be honest, especially in this day and age, you speak the truth, you're going to get pushback. You speak politically incorrect truth, there's going to be people that are going to try to slander your name,
bro.
call you everything but a child of God.
My super tether, my baby girl here, she is the truth. So I mean, what did you say? What do you think you said that she didn't consider? Why did she think you as a troll?
Well, she's an Afrocentric, and Afrocentrics get mad when you.
Because we're from Africa and we love Africa. What's wrong with us loving Africa, Molly?
I mean, maybe she's from Africa. I don't know. Her parents might be from Africa or whatever. In which case, it's okay for her to identify with Africa. That's fine. Even if her parents aren't from Africa, it's okay for her to identify with Africa. I'm just saying she's setting herself up for degradation, if you will.
From what? Black Americans? From Black Americans that want nothing to do with Africa? So again, Mally, this is what I'm trying to tell you. Like, you assuming that all Black Americans want nothing to do with Africa you're already like falling short, because it'd be wrong for her. Okay, for you to be American. What is it? Pan African. Okay, so Pan American, or you like? So you couldn't even say Pan American because all people in the United States of America called United are not united based off their political and their race and ethnicity, let alone the whole continent of America. You guys have shit with Mexicans. You have no smoke for Canadians, but you have shit for Latin American countries, which are all part of the American continent. Now, for you guys to look at Africa as a whole continent and judge us because we want to unite, let the continent of Africa unite. Let it be the United States of Africa. Give a fuck about you did it in America, even though you guys are not united. So you can be pan and united all you want in America while not demonstrating that, right? And then you can look at Africa and like, obviously we all don't get along, but like our goal is to get along. What's so fucking wrong about that?
I mean, it's a parasocial situation. You know what I mean? Of course, somebody who wants something from you is going to come to you and say, hey, why can't we all get along? We're all just one. And mind you, let's be honest. Per capita, Africa is by far the poorest place on earth. So it's like we're going to work.
Wrong, Molly, wrong.
Nice
you get resources from Africa. You get all the resources come from Africa. Not all of them, sorry, but the most. Like, come on, you guys cipher. America ciphers off of Africa.
So poverty isn't a major issue.
It depends what you think poverty is. Do you think GDP as poverty, like the more and the less of the haves and the haves
running around
not?
with no shoes on? Running around
that's
with
not
shoes
poor,
on,
nigga. That's not poor. That's called grounding of the earth. You ever hug a fucking tree, nigga? Like, shush. Molly, are you talking to me? Molly, you don't know. You know what hippie? You know what white hippies do? You know what white hippies do in America? And they got all the money in the world. They go grounding. They go hug trees, nigga. Shut up. I don't want to see you materialistic ass people in America look at money. It's a fiat currency. It's not backed by shit. But you look at hoarding as a material, like wealth, bro. Like, what do you have and what you don't? You don't have shoes, nigga. Now you're poorer than me. Nah, you fucking failed, Mally. You done for, Mally. I'm sorry. That's the most idiotic shit I've ever heard. Say, bro, stop it, bro. Please. Don't do that, Molly.
We'll just pretend Africa doesn't have problems with poverty.
All right, but the problem is not shoes under their feet, nigga. So I can tell why baby already.
That's a manifestation. That's a small manifestation of the problem.
You manifested that problem. You manifested it by saying that we don't have shoes, and that's a problem.
I mean, nobody runs around in bare feet because they want to. Like, what?
Molly, all animals run in bare feet and they run faster than us without fucking Nike shoes. Shut up, Molly. Like, you don't need shoes to I don't need to flex shoes on anybody, bro. Like, what do you come on, bro. I'll rock my sandals. I'll do the Dougie in my sandals. Like, stop it, bro. Like, Molly, I could tell why Baby sees you as a troll. But regardless of the fact, baby, I'm gonna give you a pass. Molly, I'm gonna give you a pass. I'm just gonna look past this, bro, and see you like a brother. And just I hope, man, that out of this you think You think highly of yourself, because if you don't think highly of yourself, you can't look highly about your brothers and sisters from the continent or anywhere else around the world. If you want to relate to people from all, I mean, don't go to Africa. You feel me? If you're just going to judge all people that are barefoot in Africa and look at them as poor people, we got rich culture, we got rich heritage, we got rich language, we got rich food, you know, we got rich kinship. We got a bunch of stuff that's why we're wealthy. We got health, we got our health that's wealthy. We don't look at shoes. We don't look at Jordans. We don't look at Nikes and be like, okay, that's the status that you get. You know? So that's the difference between us and you, bro.
I mean, don't get it wrong. I have no animosity towards Africa. I'm not prejudiced or hateful or any of that. You know, sometimes people get it twisted. I'm just based in fact. Like everything I say is going to be factual, even if the facts might not be like a positive thing, right? Might not be something that's easy to talk about. I'm not anti-African, and most Black Americans like myself aren't anti-African. It's just we got to be honest about certain things.
So your honesty, though, is about your perspective. That's what you have to always remember. It's not like not everybody shares that same thought as you, let alone Africans, but all Black Americans don't think like you. That's the great thing I would love to like just remind you of. Like Black Americans, my people, my family, African Americans that still consider themselves have an affinity to Africa, that's fine. If you're a Black American, they still don't look, you know, people that got it out the mud, people that know what true wealth is, people that understand the self-value and what community is based on. Like, we don't look down on people because of what type of shoes or if they have shoes. Or I mean, think about the homeless in America, bro. Like, miss me with that shit. Don't ever look down on people that have less than you, all right? First principle. Second principle. Only look at people about how you can help them. Don't look about how they haven't done enough to get to where you're at. Third of all, just be grateful about where you at in life, and don't look down on nobody, bro. Don't look down on nobody that doesn't have what the fuck you have materialistically, you know? That's not the way to look like. And I feel like a lot of this shit going on right now is about looking down on people. And I'm not talking to you, Mally. I'm talking about in general. I see a lot of people looking down on people because of what they have or what they don't have. Whether that's a citizenship, whether that's a house, whether that's a job, whether they have fucking Jordans on their feet or not. It's all coming back full circle. But it's all good. It's all good. We're going to keep fighting the good fight. And if we have a voice to speak about this shit, instead of using our voice to look down on people about what they have and what they don't have, like, go look at the hoarders and look at all the shit they have. All that shit becomes shit at the end of the day. That shit becomes their nightmare because they're so possessive about their shit. Everything instead of giving it away to people that need it, they think it comes from a scarcity mindset. It comes from a colonization mindset. It comes from the have-nots, the haves and the have-not mindset. And that shit's toxic, bro, at the end of the day. Like, that's not how I want to relate to people. I don't want to look at people and be like, well, you ain't got shoes, nigga, and you uncivilized because you don't have. Nah, bro, we can't.
But think about it. I don't know where you live at, but if you hop on public transportation, a bus, a train, whatever, and you see a bum who looks bad, smells bad, clearly they're doing bad in life, you're not going to say anything, but in your mind, you're like, get away from me. Like,
no,
you know what I mean?
That's
like,
your
I don't
mind.
want to
That's
have
you. That's you, Mally. Mally, you know what I think about? I think about like what happened to him to get into this position, you know? And then I'm like, what can I do? Maybe I can give him like a few bucks or what. Maybe he's not even begging. He doesn't even have to beg for the money. I just give it to him. I'm just like, here, I think he could use this resource and do something for himself. If he wants to buy shoes or not. If he wants to buy a fucking meal, he'll buy a fucking meal. You got a bunch of U.S. veterans with no socks, homeless, nothing. They served this American fucking government. They fought. They had more balls to go fight for this country than you would ever have balls to do so. all right, as an American citizen, and they're still stuck.
But their issue is D.
So
Rose,
their
you know
issue
what
is
I mean?
domestic. Their issue is domestic, yes. And I'm not. So you're trying to narrate this that all African people or all these foreign people are already without shoes. That's where you started this conversation. There's American people without shoes. So again, bro, I'm asking you to just think outside the box. Don't be so narrow-minded about why people have shoes or why they don't. You started with the shoe thing. Like, give a fuck about a shoe. Let's think about socks before the shoes. Let's think about again, if you don't have that humanitarian kind of mindset, then like you have a cold heart. You don't really give a fuck. You just want to care and talk down and look and criticize people about what they have on. That's what I'm talking about, that materialistic mindset. But in a capitalistic world, obviously that's all we fucking do. So I can see how you thought that was a dig, but I don't see it as a dig, Molly.
I mean, you got your point and I got mine. I mean, there's no convincing you, and that's fine. I really don't. I'm just saying. I feel the need sometimes to come on these panels and drop some truth, however it might be, but it is what it is. You seem like a decent enough person, and look, I'm not against foreigners or whatever. I don't know what you guys are looking for from Black Americans or whatever, but it is what it is.
We don't need no goddamn shoes from y'all, I'll tell you that. All right, Molly. All right. I'm on one today, guys. I'm sorry.
Talk to a brick wall.
You know, I still have, I try, baby, you know. I try, you know, just like I was saying before, like, you know, we still see, like, I mean, you already know, you probably already heard some foul shit from that individual, you know, that I didn't hear. So I don't know from paint a can. But I can already tell. They just don't want to say the truth, you know, because I'll crash out on someone talking some foolishness, some buffoonery. But yeah, that thing that they don't have shoes. I mean, it could go from that to like they don't, you know, they eat raw meat, they eat bush meat. It can go from they're uncivilized, all that bullshit. I just can't stand. I can't stand for it, you know. Anyways, let me start this live again because the algorithm is off. Baby and Lady J, I found the cheat code. I get over 300 views when I play these back. I don't know what happened right now with why I played it back, but I'm gonna invite you guys back up, okay? And watch these numbers rise right now. I think I just got the bad part of the algorithm.
Okay.
All right. Baby, you still there? I'm going to invite you back up. All right, babe. All right, babes.
Yep. All right.